Oh my god, Danganronpa, how could Junko have survived? I checked her, she was dead, I'm sure of it. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko but someone else entirely? Maybe she used some sort of trick? What is that trick?
What? Trick? Rip. What the fuck? I'm so confused. Rep. I'm so confused.
Oh my god!
I'm so confused, man. I don't understand what's happening. I'm so confused. I thought it was a Fumi this whole time.
Oh my god!
And I'm so confused. What's going on, man?
Air purifier!
Replication, replicas, replaced. Oh god, my head hurts.
Oh my god!
I'm genuinely so confused.
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Okay, I've said this before.
Switched places? That's
Junko
right.
was Mukuro.
Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that?
From the start.
Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way, and he forgot how to explain how they could have switched.
I got it! Two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met is actually Mukuro all along?
We'd already met her?
I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was.
Not true.
So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was
Well, in the
Junko,
general spectrum, yes.
and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right?
Makeup. Damn
Junko
it.
never had any
Too
tattoo
obvious.
like that,
Yeah.
did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that.
You overthink everything, man.
I do. I overthink
It
everything,
likely
man.
melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after
And there's the
body was
nails. I forgot about the
extinguished.
nails.
Plus,
Okay,
there were the fake nails
We might have to
found
roll
on
the
the
tape,
hands of
but
Mukuro's
didn't I
body.
say Junko did it like as soon as I saw Junko come on screen?
Yes.
I did, right?
And then there's the open fashionista. Oh, look at those fashions and trends. Only for 400 yen. What a fucking steal. She's been on the cover of tons of fashion magazines. She's been at what every high school girl wants to be.
She did it.
She did it. Junko! I was about to tell you that.
That was like the first thing I said was Junko did it.
But like, even before we met her, we just saw a picture of, oh, the ultimate fashionista. She's like, she did it. Like, what the fuck?
I did!
Yeah.
I did! Roll the tape, dude! Roll the tape!
I'm like, what the fuck, dude? It's been a waste!
Red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Well,
Here I was thinking, I'm the biggest idiot. But I had it right. I gotta trust my instincts, dude, right from the
But thankfully,
beginning.
you collapsed and fell at the very end.
But what happened was, I remember, like, she died first. I'm like, well, that was fucking wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm glad
Yeah, well, sure
nobody
did.
noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. Too bad for
Dude.
you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing
I'm
was
pretty
a
sure I
setup
hit
from
it.
the very beginning?
My reaction. Because I was like,
If that's
yeah,
true,
We have to
it
go
was
watch
quite
that
an
episode
elaborate
now.
plan to be sure.
I didn't show my face
Making it
cam.
look like
But
Mukuro was
when
Junko.
editing, I did not make it face. I held my position. I made a complete poker face. I'm like, what the fuck? But in my mind, I was like, this fucking idiot. God.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter, because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. What happened during the last investigation that Monokuma interfered?
The most recent investigation?
Yeah.
Where he, the interview. Yes, the interview. That's right.
I got it! While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster,
The DVD was turned off! It wasn't playing! What the heck? Oops! I broke it! My bad! Now when does it happen? Failure can strike at a time! That's what failure is, right?
you made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious from the start for me.
Yeah. No, it wasn't a fluke. Mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage, and it's not the only thing they tried to hide. That's the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The Mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I gotta reveal that. One other piece of evidence that they tried to cover up.
The cause of death.
No.
What?
This also happened during our investigation as well. We received this in our investigation. We're trying to...
The photo?
Okay, yeah. When you said that you figured it out with the photos, what were you talking about? The similarity between them.
Junko's always obscured in some way.
And you saw that?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you even talking about?
Celeste also has the same sprite as well in those photos.
Has what?
The same sprite as well in those photos.
Sprite?
Yes.
She's holding a sprite?
No. A sprite is what this is the picture of them.
Impossible!
Oh, I was like, she's holding a damn sprite?
Oh my God.
They're sponsored?
So we're going after the corporations. We're going after the fucking Coca-Cola company.
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo. I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we got. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
Unusual circumstance common to all these pictures. I think July says the same sprite. Oh, not that one. Okay, I'm wrong.
Taka's is similar throughout too. Like when he's swimming, he's still just doing this, but it looks like he's swimming.
Oh, actually, yeah.
The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
Cause Junko's a man.
I can't do that twist again.
It's hard to believe her face would just.
And also,
happen to be
in those
hidden
photos, Junko
in
has
every
a
single
black and white
picture,
tie.
Don't you think?
Also, a bit of foreshadowing.
And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet.
It's
With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the Mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything, right now.
Yeah, give me a moment. I gotta do my comic. I gotta do my real comic.
So now we just have to figure out the motive. Why did Junko devise this entire thing? Why did Junko kill the headmaster? Well, Junko must have been a victim of the most terrible, horrible, no good, very bad event in human history. Which is why, and they must have been involved. Which is why she wiped their memories, killed the headmaster, who probably let this thing go unnoticed, unresolved. Who was responsible? And then wanted them to all kill each other as revenge. As revenge for what they had all collectively done, because they are all the ultimate despair. They all had a hand in this horrible event to which Junko is the victim. And I don't know what the hell
I don't listen to a
was.
single word you said.
Here's exactly what happened.
I
you
believe
know,
I got that right.
just spitting truth over here, like always.
Yeah, of course, always.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko and Oshima. Her body was.
I will tell you that Monokuma
firelight,
did already say
which
what
had
his
been
motive was.
converted into a morgue. Until Junko decided
his
to
own
put her
motive
body
was?
to use.
But in like, you know, also Junko's motive.
Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder. And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma. The real Junko Enoshima! That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
What the hell? She just transformed?
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear. If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
I know.
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you. It's been so long
God.
since I've had an audience.
He's a theater kid.
Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm
God.
supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? Jeez. The real Junko Enoshima.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory, or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Why is she talking like a robot?
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen it too somewhere. It was definitely before I got to the school.
Before arriving at school?
Oh, okay, good job.
Christ.
That's right. It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing the magazine cover. And you were on it.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
I've seen it on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality. Huh? Are you talking about like cover photos and junk? Well, of course, those are totally photoshopped. Photoshopped? Yeah, like, you know, edited hell and back with like computers and junk. Oh, so they aren't real.
sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same, because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist.
Which just
Not
sounds like
even if they're
version 1
twins.
Siri. What is this?
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute.
Wait, what? They're
That
twins?
was-
They're sisters?
Me, Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
Whoa! She's a totally different person now.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if!
Well, I suppose I'd better explain. For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called Mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away. Which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know? If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal. Just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
Huh? This wasn't supposed to... Why... me...
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance.
Thank you. I thought it was
But
pretty
she
good.
did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so
mushrooms in her hair now.
excited. Killing my precious sister with my own 2 hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair. It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt like
What the fuck? Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Jesus Christ, man!
So, this many episodes is great.
Oh. Can't believe you did this.
You gotta put in one of the...
It was perfectly fine!
Oh, no, I'm saying in the edit, you gotta put in, like, you know, the color bars.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, lord. That's insane. What the hell?
You're turning it the wrong way, that's why.
Am I? Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you did that? Listen to these lines.
After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow! You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer! So how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
Damn straight! That's exactly what we're going
Yeah!
to do!
Damn straight!
We're going to solve all these mysteries. Then, we'll have our victory!
I can't wait!
Alright, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance day exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Thinking back to what Monokuma told us, the memories that were stolen from us and what they must relate to.
The motives Monokuma came up with.
I got it! You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Whoa, and we're gonna find out those specific themes in
the next episode.
Thank you for watching this episode of Danganronpa. Make sure to like and subscribe, and tap the notification to upload, which is
every single day.
Goodbye.